11, 10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5.
It's showtime.
Hey guys. Uh-oh. So we'll give everybody a second to come into the room. I don't know, does my video look screwed up right now, guys? Oh, it's Okay, well, looking good. Okay, so it's a little bit bouncy for me here, so I don't know what's going on, but I'm glad that you guys are at least getting a clear video. So let me know if that changes at any point in time, please. You are all screwed up. Oh, yeah, yeah. Uh-oh. Looks good. Okay. So to my, I guess it's my left, of course, is the feature car. Of course, it's the new AFX Shelby GT350. Absolutely awesome car. And it indeed is this week's feature car. So we'll watch that go around, give you some guys something else to look at. Well, instead of me, if you know what I mean. So. Well, I'm still rolling. This is screwed. I'm not exactly sure what's going on right now. Hang on once. Hey, Mark, how you doing, brother? Thanks for joining us. All right, so let's have a look and see who's here tonight. First off, I want to thank everybody for being here. I absolutely appreciate it. So let's start off with Claude. Claude, I want to thank you very much, brother. I absolutely appreciate it. Bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va? Jeff, brother, you always have the right things to say, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Jeff. Absolutely. Thank you. Donald. Donald, I absolutely appreciate it. Donald is my member. He's been my member for a long time now. Donald, I want to appreciate, I appreciate your financial support of my channel. It's all gone to good things, as you could plainly see with your own eyes, and I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Donald Fuller, thank you, brother. I absolutely appreciate you being here. One of my moderators and one of my members. I absolutely appreciate that. Thank you, Donald. I actually came across Donald in a tractor pull. He was a moderator in a tractor pull video I was watching. It was live, and what do you know? We struck up a conversation, and, well, welcome, Donald. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Doug, my Canadian brother. Thanks for being here, brother. I appreciate it. Keith, thank you very much, brother. No drama. Thanks, brother. If I get it right, it's Tom, correct? Okay, so wow. Wow, guys, absolutely amazing. Thank you very much, everybody. Baby Pop 028, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Sunday Slot Cars. If you guys haven't seen Billy's video, that was right before this one. Make sure you go check it out at Sunday Slot Cars. Yay! You knew it, Billy. Thanks, brother. Ah, yes, Jangle and Chop. Oh, such good friends of mine. Right on. B Money, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Awesome. Yeah, for sure. Doug, we got Mark, brother. Absolutely fantastic, my friend. We need to have you on my show because it's time to do some hop-ups. I want to make sure that everybody's got what they need for rear axles. And I noticed you were doing some heavy-duty rear axle work the other day. Now, I know you're mostly Viper stuff, but I know you have worked on stuff like AFX, of course, and all the other stuff. So we'll have a talk soon, if you don't mind. But thanks for being here tonight, Mark. I appreciate it, brother. Charles, thanks for joining us, brother. Absolutely awesome. I'm not exactly sure they are available for pre-order yet, to be honest with you. Unless someone's heard something I haven't yet, and usually I'm on top of that. Hey, right on, Ted. Thanks, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. What do you think of the feature car? This way. Nope, this way. Nope, this way. This way? Well, the feature car. It's right there on the screen. Not bad, eh? Yeah. And a shout out. What's up, everybody? Awesome. No problems, brother. Absolutely appreciate it. Thank you very much. God bless the U.S. For sure. Without the U.S., Canada would be standing with their dicks in the breeze. No question about it. Glad to catch you live. Yeah, thank you, B Money. I appreciate you being here, brother. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, any questions you need, anything answered, we're doing it all. And we're going to do a little bit of questionnaire stuff later. So once I get through everybody being here tonight, and I want to thank everybody once again as I continue down the list. Thank you, guys. We're here. Bam. All right. So thank you very much. Now, let's get to the show. Thanks, guys. So the way I'm going to do it tonight is I have a few things that I want to show you guys. I'm going to ask you some questions. If you guys should just give me your opinion on things and tell me what you think, that would be great. We'll look at my recent purchase of the Scale Auto car. I know some of you may have already caught that on the Scale Auto Live, but oh, that car, man. I need to have a quick talk to you guys about the condition of slot cars when they arrive to you. And then from there, we're going to go on to a little bit of scary news that I thought maybe probably everybody's seen it. So I'm going to mention it. Whew, damn, crazy. Then we're going to talk a little bit about the new Auto World pit kits because, hey, that's all Auto World has for us this month. But, man, they're fantastic. So we'll go through a couple of them later, and we'll talk about that as well. Fantastic. Man, just loving it. We'll talk a little bit about Scale Auto and how they how they have lists for their chassis and how they list them. If you've ever wondered when you're buying a Scale Auto why one car that looks exactly like the other car costs almost twice as much, well, you're about to find out tonight. And I was actually pretty impressed myself. So then we're gonna go. We're gonna have a quick look We're going to talk sanding for slot car tires. Now, I'll be showing a large-scale slot car sander, but I am going to talk about HO sanding of wheels just because, well, that's what I've done for quite a while now, and I'll tell you how I true my HO wheels, and it might give you guys an aha moment because it involves using your Dremel. And you guys are probably all just gonna laugh and giggle when it probably just literally, everybody is smart enough to know this. It probably just literally slipped by when you're not really thinking about it, but it makes nice true tires really fast. So we'll talk about that later too, and we'll talk about future up and coming Revos that I've purchased. And now that the Revo craze is on for the 510s, they look absolutely fantastic. I'm definitely impressed with them. I'll own them at one point in time, but I will get it figured out at a later date. For now, there's a lot of cool stuff that I need to buy first. There's a brand new CLK coming from Revo, a Mercedes CLK, pardon me. I have two Toyota GTs coming right away. And we'll talk about those tonight too. So, all right. Right, Jeff. I knew you were probably doing this, but we'll talk a little bit about that. It's time to, we'll do the tech tips every once in a while too. So whenever you got something pretty good in mind, Jeff, throw it out there, brother. So all right. So here we go, guys. We'll have a quick look at what I'm talking about now. All right. So I want to start off with what my new purchase from Scale Auto is. This is it here. When you look at the diagram on the right, it explains all of the parts that are hopped up on it, and it also gives the diagram for the car. It tells you the angle of the motor, how wide the wheels are, front and back aluminum wheels, the higher end motor, and of course just tuned up. Now, when I started to run this on the track during my live, okay, if you look at the bottom of the square picture, okay, if you look at the bottom left corner of it, there's a picture of the motor, okay, and of course it's at a 25-degree angle. Now my problem with this was, in the grease they had put on the gear, there was a piece of metal or hard plastic, and it was jamming the gear, literally. One full rotation, jam. The other way, one full rotation, jam. So I took a closer look at it, and no problem. It was just something that was in the mix. I managed to pull it out. Then what happened was the front, if you look directly above that picture where it says RS right in the middle of the page, if you look top left, there's a picture of the front suspension, or the rear suspension, and that was okay. It was really nice to have. Now, there is a bit of a front suspension. If you look at the picture to the right, my axle was not even tightened down at all. The whole entire travel was about 1 centimeter. It was maybe, yeah, 1 centimeter, I would say for sure. And it was dragging, so I had to tighten it down because the whole front end was just dragging on the track, which was of course not very comfortable. So, but this is what the new Scale Auto looks like, and it's a good driver. So this is the car that I'll be buying next in the RS configuration, just because you can't run just one, right? Can't race with just one car. All right. So that brings us to the most crazy thing I've seen all week, okay? It may be a new segment we do here with flashing lights and crazies of the week, okay? Duh, with some big thunder voice going on. So this is the craziest thing I've seen all week, And thank God everything turned, it turned out to be okay. The lady lived and survived and was rescued. So, all right. This is definitely the craziest thing I've seen all week. This is absolutely unbelievable. If you look closely, the truck is literally hanging on because it got caught on the girder. You can see it right there. Here's a close-up. Note, look at this. Is this not crazy or what, guys? Like, you know. So that's pretty crazy. When I seen that, I was like, well, that's something definitely a little bit different. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Ted. I appreciate it, brother. Okay. So now if you guys have seen my new video for the Auto World releases or even the Auto World Round 2 releases themselves, there wasn't really much in the way of slot cars once again, unfortunately. Sorry, guys, don't know what to say with that one. But they did release some shells, and the reason why this really isn't a big deal, it's because none of this is new. They have this already. They've just repackaged it. Basically, you know, it's still when you put a bow tie on a turd, it's still a turd, just a bow tie with a turd. But they did some good things here. Okay, now let's have a look at them. So this is the gasser. This is actually really nice. If you like this style of truck, I thought this was pretty cool that they made this one. Very good on them. Here's another closer look. Okay, now here's the Corvette C5, or C5R, pardon me. This one's in an extraction configuration. If you buy this one, a word of wise is do not glue the tail in. Do not glue the wing in the back. It will break off. Just don't do it. Just put it in there, and when it falls off, just put it back on. It's sort of that simple. But it's really nice that you get to actually build the car, and you get to paint it yourself too. So I always suggest if you want to learn the hobby you're in, learn to build the cars you're driving. And this is definitely the way to do it. Here's a closer look at it. It's actually a really nice looking car. Okay, so this one's the Mustang Boss 302. And this one's it says right there. This one's in a Super 3 configuration. And they tout this as their best ingenuity that they have currently, or what have you. I don't know. It failed a little bit on me when I heard them describe this. Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, don't glue the back tail end. Just put it in. Don't glue it. Okay. Where are we here? Okay. This is the Mustang. Once again, and here we have the van. Now this is the Dodge Tradesman van. This is a good idea. I really like this one. It's a pancake style motor, of course, and it is a 4-gear, so it's a little bit bigger and clunkier. 4-gear is a good chassis. It's just kind of slow. I mean, you're not going to turn this into a. I'll tell you right now, you will not turn this car into a rocket. Unless, of course, your name is probably like Mark's Slot Car Garage. All right. There's another look at the Tradesman's van. What do we got here? Yeah, that's another look at the, of course, that's the Mustang again. So here's another thing that Auto World is offering now. They're offering the Hoosier tires for the 4-gear cars. Now, if you guys remember, I bought these as Goodyear tires for my 4-gear cars. These absolutely finish the look of any car that doesn't have labeled tires. You want to take your car to that next level just by simply changing the tires, then that's the product. The cars that I put the Goodyear labeled tires on look fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, so that's great. You know, hey, William, thanks for joining us, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, that could happen. We'd have to decide on which chassis we were going to use just to keep it fair. But we could talk about that at a later date. No problems. All right. So that brings us to okay. So for larger scale guys, for myself, because I'm for the most part newer to the larger scale cars, I'm still looking for a way to true the tires. Now with HO, what I would normally do is I cut an axle in half and leave the rim on it. Okay. Then I put the part of the axle that's obviously been cut, I put that end into the Dremel, and then I put the rubber on the rim, and then I put the rubber next to sandpaper. So, and of course, it doesn't have to be a Dremel. It's just a hobby power tool, right? And now I did that for both my 4 gears because the 4-gear tire is bigger, okay? So I have one for my 4 gears. I have one for my extractions. The best thing you guys can do, and I learned this almost wholly from, it's so important with larger scale that you true your tires because it makes such a big difference because they're much larger. The bump is much bigger. With HO, it's so much faster that the car literally spins right past the bump. So the best thing you could do, or one of the things you could do, and we've talked about, you know, what a new hobbyist needs for their track, but truing the tires is definitely important. So there's a tire truer right now currently on eBay that everyone's kind of been wondering about, and I myself am one of those people. So right, Bill. Yeah, that's just it, right, Bill? But what we're looking at right here is Massimo from MP Slot Car. If you guys haven't seen his videos, please go check him out. Okay. So this is Massimo, and this is the car tire truer that he had a look at. Okay. So if you haven't come across him yet, this is his YouTube page. Please make sure you stop by right after the show, and I'll also pop a link in once the show's over. Okay. So thank you, Massimo. I'm definitely stealing a few definitely a few of your shots there, but I appreciate it, and it's all for the greater good of the slot car truer. So this one's like $100 American, and it comes from Turkey. This style here, as you can see, it has the power cord that runs off the track itself. Now, when Massimo talks about this, and guys, make sure you check it out in the video. Once again, I'll link that. He talks about this particular unit. Before it used to just straight plug into the wall. And now what happens is you plug it, it has this pad that you put it on the track, and it takes the power from the track instead of you having to go from the wall. I thought this is absolutely genius. Okay, so now because of this is made for 1/24th and 1/32nd cars, it has you can see the strap going across there. That's movable, and it's for that purpose. If you have a 124 car, you don't need that strap. It goes right against the bumper. Here's what it looks like with a 132nd car on it. And here's what it looks like with a 124th car on it. So the advantage of this is, this system being like this and it taking power from the track is genius. Now you control the power with your throttle, like being shown in the picture here. Yes, Donald, he's on Facebook currently. Yeah, he's really good. His it's called MP Slot Car. Yeah, it does, Jeff. Apparently, he said it was made out of what was he saying? The stuff that some of the companies have been making the houses out of, some sort of like thick wood kind of thing, or that kind of thing, I guess. Right? Yeah. So I guess the question that I wanted to ask is, for the larger scale guys in the house, what are you guys using to true your tires? Like, I know there's many products out there, both big and small, and money-wise, empty your pockets, and the otherwise, frugal. There's a lot of stuff out there. But this is what I've come across. This looks reasonable to me. I've watched Massimo's video now. A few of us have been waiting on it for a while now, like Doug. I wonder if that link will work. No, baby pot. No, don't use the Dremel for large scale. For large scale, you need to have the tires on the axle. You have to be sanding them at the same time. Yeah, for HO, you don't. You just need to make sure you don't over sand one so that it's like one looks like a bagel and the other looks like a donut. So HO is the Dremel. And just use, like I said, just use an axle with a thing on it, right? A rim. And you just keep that in your box. So you just change them in and out. You're always ready to roll. All right, thanks, Donald. So Donald has put the link to Massimo's page in the chat here. So if you guys are wondering, please check it out. Either go there and come back or check it out after the show. Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. All right. GNS tire grinder. Okay. And what is that, Doug? Is that the Grubb or Greg Grubb? Is that his grinder? Grinder. Sander. Is it a grinder or a sander? What's anybody else using something out there? Oh, very good. So okay, that is and what did that cost you, Doug? All right. All right. So now I'd like to give a shout out. Man, this guy works so hard. I appreciate everything he does. Lately, he's been working on his layout. He's getting his terrain figured out now. It's always good to hear what he says. He's a great guy. It's interesting to see how people live and do things on the other side of the earth. And I don't know, I just find him fascinating to watch. So, Harry, let me see, hang tight, hang tight. Harry from Scale Slot Cars Latvia. Definite shout out, brother. I want to thank you very much. You've been putting out some pretty cool content. And lately, like I said, he's been working on his terrain. So if you need any ideas, maybe go check him out. But definitely a cool guy. Stop in and say hi. And if you haven't subscribed to him, please make sure you do so. I would appreciate that, and I'm sure he would as well. So thank you very much. We're going to grow this community, man. There's no question about it. So, and oh yeah, don't forget to hit the cowbell. Hey. Awesome. Yeah, Latvia is the man. Absolutely. I totally enjoy Harry's videos. It's quite nice. Yeah, I wasn't sure, Doug, and this gave you a chance to explain it in the comments as well, too. Yeah. So 100, so that's like 130, and that is an actual grinder, hey? That's not like this. Yeah. But how did, you see, I've seen other versions of that same thing, and it literally, it looked exactly the same, but I couldn't understand why one costs one price and one costs like twice as much. So I'm sitting here thinking, how can I make a bell notification video that viewers will actually want to watch?
You're gonna want that cowbell.
Did he just say cowbell?
I gotta have more cowbell.
It's not a cowbell.
I could have used a little more cowbell.
All right then, hit the cowbell notification button so you don't miss any of my up and coming content. Woo! Woo! Man, I hope your guys are seeing this pretty straight, because for me it's looking like they're pulling out every third frame of my video right now. And then it stops. It goes back to normal. Like right now it's normal. It looks fine. Well, I guess if you guys had enough of me, you'd leave. I get enough of me sometimes too, but just can't leave. You know how that goes. All right. So once again, I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. Let's have a look now at what's coming new from Revo, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Actually, not coming new from Revo, but what I've purchased from Revo. It's new to me. Right on. Okay, so, gosh, did I mention that absolutely awesome feature car today? Amazing. They did a great job of it. Can't wait for the F1s, though, mind you. Woo! Oh, boy. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so otherwise, you know, well, we don't have this one to play with yet. We just have the other one. So, and the other one was a little bit screwed up. Just like the rest of them, at the door where the clamshell pinches the car into the shell, I can only speculate. My guess is the paint wasn't properly cured, so that when they put it in that tight packing, it just indented the car. It's the cars are absolutely fantastic. The paint jobs, I got to tell you, it's very disappointing for AFX. I'm sure they must have thought this is a completely disappointing situation because the cars, the paint jobs, everything, the rims, man, this is a really nice looking car. I'm sure almost everybody can agree that, you know, if you're a collector, you like to race them. This looks nice. The rims look great. And if you're looking for a way to beef up your rim situation or your wheels, go check out Murder Valley Racing. He does a good job of making his own and explaining the ups and downs of the back axle and that kind of area. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, just for a minute. Ooh, hey, who spends all the money on entertainment around here? You know what I'm saying? Look at this shit. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sometimes it's just too much, you know? I gotta shut up. All right. So yeah, it's a nice looking car, and I'm really hoping that AFX. Oh, and it just disappeared. I'm really hoping that AFX is going to at least do a 500. I would like to see GT 500. I don't want them to get out of control with it, you know. Now I've been asked about other F1 liveries. Here's the catch with that, okay? First off, I'm going to really enjoy the story of who paid to have the mold made for the F1 car. Because I'll tell you, there's two things that are interesting to me about that car in particular. One, it is way over detailed for what normally happens with an AFX mold. For two, there's a lot of parts on it that could break off, but I definitely like the livery. Now here's the only problem, okay? I shouldn't say the only, obviously there's another problem. The other problem is they only have the livery for 2 cars. So what that means is AFX was only able to get the rights to use the livery for that team's race car. Now we all know that there's many cars on that circuit that look exactly like that one. So what will probably happen is they'll put out they'll put out the red and the red and black car that you just seen, and then they'll have to think of some sort of generic setup for the cars. Unless, of course, I'm totally wrong and AFX spent more money to get more liveries. Now, this seems really interesting because to get the copyrights to use these teams' logos and stuff is fairly expensive. This is the reason why I'm really interested to hear the story. And when I hear the story of how this came about, I will definitely share it with you guys. Because we've had nothing of that sort for an extremely long time now. The quality of this car will definitely be on another level. It wouldn't surprise me if AFX rebranded this line of cars like they have the Mega G Plus and that kind of thing. It wouldn't surprise me if they did like F1 Mega G Plus or something like that. Something to make the packaging stick out, because as we all know, AFX has terrible packaging nothing to display what kind of car is in the package until, of course, you turn it over and you look at the bottom corner where the UPC code is, right? It doesn't list the name at all. It shows you a picture of the car, but I mean, come on, man. You need, you should do better. The packaging should be flashier. The cars are really nice. They'll sell themselves. There's no question about it. If they're selling the cars exactly like that picture, and I believe they'll be selling it with 2 different numbers because both drivers each are getting their cars. Yeah, it's the Stake team. That's right. Right. And this was from the 2023 season, the red car. So and that's already changed. I know for a fact, like you're saying, Keith. The new car colors, yeah, that's for this year, and last year was the one that you seen. I showed the unveiling on my channel, along with the picture of the car. So it's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing what AFX has. Unfortunately, AFX is not capitalizing on Auto World's giant hole they're putting in the slot car community right now. It's like, where are the new slot cars? When I look at round 2, I get excited. I'm like, all right. Of course, I roll straight over first to the slot car section, and being so bummed like that, nothing November, nothing December, or sorry, pardon me, nothing December, nothing January, nothing February, and here we are, March, and we get 4 pit kits, deluxe pit kits, mind you, but that would be an interesting story, and I think I might have somebody on next week to help explain that for me. I was talking with Brian from ProTinkerToys.com, and I was going to see if he would like to join us next week on my show, so he can help explain to us. Of course, we all know that Brian's the Auto World guru, I guess you could say. So I'd like to hear what he has to say about what's going on with Auto World right now, and if he wants to maybe explain his past situation with the shutdown of Auto World, well, that would be cool too. But I'm more interested in finding out where things are moving forward. You know what I mean? Like, right. That's exactly it. Right? And this is like somebody was mentioning to me that they're getting kind of tired of auctions and stuff. Well, this is what happens when not enough new slot cars come out. People pay ridiculous prices for cars that should never be valued at what they're bought for. So, man, like, how do I get these people to buy my used junk? So, all right. Okay, well, let's see where we are here. Anybody watch the 12 Hours of Bahrain this weekend? I watched a little bit of it, not enough though. I sure would have liked to have gotten more. Yeah, so, well, I'm going to have to tell you guys now, I'm definitely a Revo runner. Nothing runs like a Revo, that's all I got to say. I think my new car is going to be Revo. Still my favorite car on the HO side, of course, is, I really like the Mega G Plus, is what it is. It's good for the hobby. It's good for the hobby for sure. It's kind of heartbreaking when somebody goes to put a Auto World's car on the track and it doesn't go. It's not a problem AFX has. AFX problems are manufacturing problems, not functionality problems. I guess they're factory problems become functionality problems, i.e. pinion gears and stuff. But at least AFX, let me see. AFX warranties all their stuff. So if you're the type of person, very money-wise, you want to protect your investment, you are not going to get stuff warranted unless it's through a company you bought it from. Auto World product, good luck. Good luck. You can send Auto World 100 requests and you ain't going to get any returns because they're just too big to care, I guess. Or it's kind of like, it's kind of like, it's kind of like you're a drug dealer, right? No drug dealer likes to front drugs because nobody wants to pay for something they've already done. It's just kind of like that. So, so where are we? So, wow, that was cool. How the hell did I do that? Why is it bigger? But anyways, looks good. Let's go to the main. So, yeah, so these are the Revos. And we've been racing them quite a bit. We put Paul gauge tires on the back. I took the magnets off them. And man, once you've tuned these cars up, and I watched Marty Ford a whole bunch, so go check him out at 2 Lanes. And I've also watched a lot of Dave R. He's pretty much the Revo guy. But I can tell you right now, Revo is going to be my bag, baby. I like the way the cars drive. I like the feel of the heavier chassis. Now, it's not dramatically heavier, but it's certainly different than the totally flimsy NSR chassis. Now, I know NSR is a higher-end car as well, but I was fairly disappointed that the chassis bent the way it did. It wasn't... let's just say I won't be buying too many of them, although I will be buying one more because, once again, can't race one car and you can't race 2 different types. So of course the new CLK will be coming out soon. If you guys haven't seen that, I'm not sure where I caught it, but it's absolutely fantastic. Looks really good. I'll be ordering one of those. And okay, so that's a good segment into what I have coming. Oh man, that could be another segment too. All right. So what I have running. Oh, that's a terrible trade. There we go. Damn it. I'm the host here. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know they did, brother. Yep. 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 I got nothing good to say about it, man. In that first tragic run, I bought 8 cars. 8 cars from that first run of Super 3s. Garbage. None of them ran. None of them. But they had those totally killer NASCAR liveries on them. Awesome. Then they did round 2. And there was problems with those too. And then you ask yourself, well, this is their most advanced car, they call it. Or chassis, pardon me. But why does it exist? I don't understand. Who said, oh my gosh, our business can't continue unless we make a chassis that's useless? Huh. Now, I know people have done amazing things to the Super 3s, and hey, you can make a bicycle fly if you put enough motor in it. Man, you want to go to the moon on a bike? Well, ask Elon Musk. He'll figure out a way. He put his car in there. He's almost sent it to Mars, for Christ's sake. Right. And we're going to do that really soon. That's totally something that we'll be doing one week. We're going to get people together. This new program allows me to have 10 people or something like that. So, yeah, no problems. We'll call everybody in. Maybe Slot Car Daddy can join us. Maybe I can get Tom in here, brother. No drama. Maybe he would like to join us finally on stage, I guess you could say. And anybody else who's interested and has a verified slot car knowledge, I guess. I don't know. Sure. All right. So here we go, guys. We love drama. We love drama. We love drama. Yeah, no more drama. No more drama. No more drama. All right. So when I'm looking through for the Revos that I want to buy, I knew right off the hop that I would always have the three 510s available to me. I knew in the first, when everybody first got all of the slot cars from the first wave or first manufacturing of them, I knew I wasn't going to be purchasing one of those, okay? Not that I didn't have the money or didn't want to. I certainly do want to, because if you guys have been following me close enough, you know that I'm all about racing livery, and Revo makes racing livery and absolutely stellar looking cars and running, right? It's my new saying, nothing runs like a Revo. So I knew I wasn't going to be getting the 510, but I did know that, you know, races don't happen without cars. So this is what I come across. All right. So the first car I ordered was this car. Now, this car is an absolute piece of work. I love the styling of this car. The color is out of sight, and the livery is spot on to the real car. I love how they do these liveries. They all look absolutely fantastic. All right. And I want to thank Bonza Slot Cars and Hobbies in Australia. Thank you, brother. I absolutely appreciate this. So if you guys are looking for myself, I'm Canadian. I've ordered from Bonza now a few times. Absolutely fantastic. Great shipping. Way to go. I know everyone's got their own little slot car ordering place. I order from a few different places just because I'm Canadian. If I were American, I would order obviously everything from LEB. But the last Revo I ordered from LEB ended up costing me $200. So I have to be a little more frugal. I cannot afford to pay $200 for a slot car. That's just absolutely crazy and 100% out of the question. And of course, where are we? Oh, and okay, so I ordered that one like 2 weeks ago. Once again, because I'm in Canada, it should get here sometime before the year 2026. I don't know, probably like another 3 weeks. This one will show up in 3 weeks. And then I ordered this one. I'm not sure which number it is. I don't even think the number matters. It's the livery on the car that really looks out of sight. Out of sight. Doug, just go to yeah. Are you talking about Bonza, Doug? Bonza Hobby. Remember, the algorithm will keep trying to push you onto bonsai. Don't let it. And they're in Australia. Tell him I sent you. He's a good guy. All right. So, and here's a problem that I've come across with this particular car, and possibly the other one. I'm told that the front axle or front rims might be stripped already. That's how past cars have arrived, and these would probably be part of that. Now, I don't know for sure, so I don't want to get too far into that right now, but what I do know is people were having problems with it. So, yeah, I'm not too sure yet how I'm going to deal with that, but I'll definitely take a look and make sure that the next car is in better working order, or at least a good working order, because I do know now what I'm looking for. And like I said, I really like the Revo chassis. I like the heavier weight, of course, with the Paul gauge tires on it, and it's just a fantastic car. So it rolls good without. Now that I have the borders, if you guys haven't checked out my track lately, there's definitely Billy posted it. Make sure you check out Billy's video from earlier, and what you'll see there is my track winning Billy's little weekly contest. It was pretty fun little no, it's a showcase is what it is. It's not a contest. My track does not look better than MP slot cars. But I appreciate the win. You know, it's kind of like pat yourself on the back, or more like this time kick myself in the ass. I don't know. Whatever comes first. Right? Yeah, this is a problem, Donald. That's an HO problem. I find hardcore. But the larger scale itself has problems throughout the different manufacturers. See, with the larger scale slot cars, the manufacturers are plenty. There are lots of manufacturers of... why is this still on the screen? Oh, that's why. The manufacturers for slot cars on the large scale are many. And they're all, most of them are really good quality. And there's so many of them. It's amazing. Like I could probably name, I haven't been in the larger scales for too long, but I could easily name 10 car manufacturers, right? Now HO, you could really only name off the top of your head, if you were to think about it quickly, there's 2. Now I'm not talking like Viper and stuff. That would be a different style, like Viper's parts and stuff. I'm talking like cars, both finished. Viper has a good chassis, but their shells are not their primary business. They look good, mind you, of course, but they definitely don't look or have the realism that the other HO companies do. And of course that would be Auto World or AFX. If you're going to be buying HO, that's what you're starting with. You have no other choice. That's it. So, yeah, well, you see, it's very costly to do warranties. Right on, Ted. Thanks very much, brother. I appreciate you being here. We'll see you soon, man. Yeah, well, gosh, how do you even go about this? I could instantly tell you that if I heard any inkling of them working on track size, then I would have to say they do. But they're just going to keep producing cars that are too big for the 1960s track. And what's going to happen soon, it already happens now, like cars bump each other while they're going around corners and that kind of thing, unless your car is well planted. I've shown you can run 4 cars on my track you see in the background here. Of course, that's Slot Valley Racing, my 4-lane track. It can be done comfortably. I mean, but actually, I shouldn't say comfortably, would be the wrong word for sure. No, it can be, let's just say it can be done. I wouldn't make the cars any bigger. Let's put it that way. They need really to do some innovation. Kenton from HO Slot Cars and Trains. Gosh, I hope I got that right. I think I did. He was talking about the innovation that's going to be needed, and I'm in full agreement with him. I think the last time Carrera, I think I heard somebody saying that the last time Carrera had added something to their track repertoire was like 10 years ago. So they've been doing constant innovation. Now, once again, I stress to you, the track that HO people use today was designed in 1960, or in the 60s. I can't give an exact, I can't say it was exactly 1960, but it was in the 60s. So the only problem with this is the cost. The cost to do something like that will put one of these companies at risk. And you mean, like, what do you mean at risk? Well, what will happen is, if both companies don't come into an agreement, maybe to share the same mold, the same copyright on the mold, or whatever it would be, intellectual property listing, then they'd have to share the cost of making the track wider, right? You see, what they need, the track has to be, if you look at my track, okay, this is where the pin goes in the dark spot there, and then you can see where the 2 tracks come together in the middle, okay? Now that is the distance it has to be. It's not much bigger, but the rail-to-rail distance is too close. And it definitely will put one of them close to being bankrupt in order to get this working. Like I said, they'll both have to, because otherwise now you're changing. And what happens is it becomes like a larger scale, and I don't think HO scale can afford to do something like that. Where in HO, the large scale, there are like 5 track manufacturers with all different track. So, right, yeah, Jeff, good point. So Jeff made a good point here. For the current AFX track, that is correct, yeah. The design has changed marginally, but otherwise it's still exactly the same as the 60s. The spacing, like Jeff says, is exactly that. It hasn't changed. So I'm really hoping, especially somebody's putting money into these F1 cars, I'm hoping maybe some of that money, or somebody, because right now, let me tell you what's happening. What's happening right now is everyone's complacent with, oh, it's just so easy to make a car, right? Oh, you got $8,000, you want to make, what, 200 cars? Whatever it costs. Anybody could. You got the money? Auto World has a catalog for you. They have all of the sets listed white, or as they are, and they'll sell them to you how you want them. Huh. But yet, they won't fix the trucks. And I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be drag racing those little bitches. Yeah. We're going to be doing some semi-drag racing pretty soon. I'm really looking forward to that. So get the KISS trucks out and let them go for a tear down the track. Woohoo! Oh, yeah. Right. I actually tried putting my NSR, the McLaren. I tried putting it on my track there in the background, and it went like, I don't know, a foot, and then stopped. The rail's not thick enough. There's a myriad of issues that would be a problem. But it was kind of cool just to see if it worked. But I will be racing some HO cars on my Carrera track. That should be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. It should be pretty interesting. I've been talking about it for a long time now, and I think it's time to put it into action. Yeah. So, yeah. What is left? What is left? Okay, so I was wondering, with all these white kits and all these pit kits that have just come out, I'm curious to know, I know it's kind of an odd question, but I'm kind of curious to know, what color of race car do you guys prefer? Like for me, I know I like to see like a red race car. I don't know why. I'm sure there's probably some psychiatrist or whatever who's listening to this going, oh, he is a crazy. Yeah. So for me, I like red. I don't know. It just seems so racy to me. Green or brown? Exactly. Yeah, I think that's the whole thing with the red with me too. It could even possibly be fluorescent green. I don't know. My ski jacket was fluorescent green. We used to go skiing on Whistler Mountain, and after a long day of staring at the sun with goggles on, everything that's fluorescent looks like it's like switched on with like a light bulb. What do we got here? Red, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like the yellow Corvettes, man. Yeah. But you know what? Where are we? Yeah, yellow, of course. Yeah, for sure, right? The yellow looks good on them. It does. Jeff, have you seen a yellow Ferrari? I'm sure you have, but what do you think of that? Oh my gosh. I seen one the other day. There's not many of them. Hey, Di, thanks for joining us. Orange, nothing like orange McLaren. Yeah. Oh, how about my blue McLaren? All right. Yellow or orange? Golf blue. Yeah. Everyone loves a golf livery. Arc flash here, welder, eh? Yeah, I got been using Miller speed welding helmets, speed blast welding helmets. Yellow Daytonas, yeah. All right. So you own your car. You've got your color picked. All right. What number is going on the door? What number does your race car say? Mine right now says 54. I don't know why. I just like that number combination. Number 8. Yeah. Yeah. Look at this. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I just love that number combination. Plus, it looks good together. 54 looks good. I don't know. It's kind of like 88, but everyone would do 88. Yeah, 27. Nice. Right. F40. All right. All right. 78. 78's a smooth number too. It seems like it's really, they go good together. 78, 54, 50, 52. 52, yeah, very nice. 48. Very smooth. 99, eh? 99. Oh my gosh. We used to have this total clown at our local track, and one day this guy registers himself as both cars, and he's trying to play this clown routine, so he pulls off into the pits behind the track, comes out in a completely different car with his number on it. Oh my gosh, except it was upside down. It was so hilarious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but you wouldn't get any racing done. Oh my gosh. All right, let me go through the list. Hey, there's some music here. Can you guys hear music? Or am I hearing this? I'm the only one hearing this popping out myself, or what? Okay, good. Thank goodness. Is it distracting or what? Does anybody care? I don't know. I just found it. Farting around. Rock, driving, lo-fi, into space, feeding the ducks music. I don't know if we can handle this one, but I'm going to try anyways. Here we go. Feeding the ducks. Is this what ducks want to hear? Or what people want to hear when they're feeding ducks? Oh yeah, no, this music is part of StreamYard, so it's music they provide. Yeah, I was doing, I had Duran Duran video playlist playing in the room before the live started, and Irene reminded me that I was going to get a copyright strike if I carried on. Yeah, I'm not a fan of feeding ducks either. Oh my gosh. I looked at some of the lo-fi, L-O-F-I. I don't know what the hell. Feeding geese can be terribly dangerous, man. Canada geese are extremely vicious. You do not want to get near them. Oh boy. All right, guys. So we're going to call it for tonight. I want to thank everyone for being here. Give everyone a little bit of homework. Please go out and talk about, share, let everyone know that Monday Night Live is here for the community. Let's all get together and talk. Keep on the same page. Remember, it's always about keeping on the same page. There's no reason that one person should have all the knowledge let's all share. That's why we're here. That's why we have Monday night Slot Car Live, where we go live with the community. Hey Juan, how you doing, brother? Awesome. So I want to thank you guys. Thank you, Tom. Tom, if you'd like to come on my show, be part of the panel that I have one day, I would appreciate that. We can talk a little bit off Facebook if you'd like, or Messenger, I guess. But thanks for joining me tonight. So everybody, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. And remember, always keep racing. That much you want to do? Let everybody know. Remember, the best thing you can do for somebody is put a slot car controller in their hand. Not a bad idea. So, thanks guys. I appreciate it. And from all of us here at Slot Valley Racing, don't forget, get your heart racing.
What? Did we just become best friends?
Yep.
You want to go do
Slot cars in the garage?
Yup.